Rajesh, welcome.
Hi, Susan. Thank you.
I'm so excited. So it's day 3 of Ignite. It's been such an incredible show. There's so much technology, so many sessions. It's just been really an incredible experience. But you're a customer, you're a partner. I'm really, really curious to hear, what are your impressions so far of Ignite?
Wow, this has been an exciting time. I specifically like the focus on innovation on data, security, and AI.
Yep,
And being a strategic partner with Microsoft, I really enjoyed the sessions.
that's great. That's great. And so tell us a little bit about about ABB and about your role there.
Okay, great. First of all, very excited to be part of this platform to join and meet all of you guys. I'm actually very proud of being at ABB for the last 6 years. ABB is one of the very few companies which has pioneered in all the 5 industry revolutions. ABB is a global technology leader in electrification and automation, and we help in enabling more sustainable and resource-efficient future. Right? ABB has a big history of 140 years, and we serve customers across 100 countries. And we have about 32 billion clocking revenue, and more than 105,000 talented employees. My role as a global chief digital officer at ABB is driving the digital strategy and digital business growth, and being a trusted partner for our customers on the digital journey. I have to say that we are very successful in our digital business growth, as well as the value creation for our customers.
So let's talk about that, because all the technology in the world is it's incredible, everything that we're seeing here, but really where it comes down to earth is on value creation. And so first of all, how is data and AI driving value creation for your customers?
Absolutely. So today, we are on the digital world, and even in industries, the data and AI are core. In fact, digitalization starts with data.
Right.
And you know that in industrial landscape, the manufacturing, the data brings all kind of complexities, right? We are talking about velocity, variety, volume, and variety of data. That's from network of different systems, operational OT systems, information IT systems, engineering systems, geospatial systems. ABB, we bring the technology and expertise to combine this data, technology, and AI with our own deep domain expertise, and creating productized solutions to our customers. And we solve some of the most complex problems in the manufacturing industries.
So tell us a little bit, what kinds of problems are you solving?
Well, if you look at it, the biggest challenge for us is to get the right data and contextualize them, and then drive the analytics, predict and optimize it, and more importantly, then bring the insights to our customers. For instance, if you look at Genix, which is our flagship digital platform, which is built on Azure technologies, as a comprehensive capabilities across industrial data management, both solving data integration, contextualization, and data management and access, along with then using AI, the analytical AI for machine learning and deep learning, for predicting, as well as optimizing and bringing digital twins. And now, the excitement of generative AI with Copilot, the Genixcopilot, to consumerize the actionable insights and recommendations. The differentiation that we bring is fundamentally, how do you combine the data-driven AI with our domain expertise? That's going to make a big difference of extending the automation, which we are leaders, to digitalizations and towards autonomous operations. That's what we do.
So, historically, this has been an extremely professionalized discipline, right? We have data scientists, we have developers, we have people who have extraordinary expertise who use the technology, but generative AI has democratized access. And so how is that also changing the game for you?
Absolutely. Look, I have been in the digital field for the last 20 years, I would say. Always a challenge, Susan, is that even if you build a great models, you bring the data, you bring significant value on the insights, we always has a trouble of democratizing the value of the insights or the value of the data to the people across the landscape. When we use analytical AI for doing the advanced analytics, optimization, and digital twins, we always struggle on taking that to the end mile. We used to do it by simplifying the applications and user interfaces. But today, with generative AI, it's taking to the new era of user experience,
Yeah.
new era of collaboration. And we see the adoption and consumerization of data, value of data is significant. And we see it in action.
So let's talk about how it gets into action. So, thinking about an organization like ABB, you have multiple different kinds of people throughout the organization who use data in different ways, right? We talked about the more professionalized teams, but now you also have people who are on the shop floor who are using data and AI, which I think probably 10 years ago would have been unheard of, right? So
Sure.
how is data, AI, generative AI, how is all of this technology changing the experience on the shop floor?
I think here I say that the generative AI is bringing the excitement, but also to some extent reinventing the user experience of making billions of better decisions across the floor, right? ABB also has plenty of our own manufacturing industries, and our solutions are across the industries, whether our industrial automation digital solutions or robotics, our powertrains or electrical solutions, all are across the different industries. Let me give you an example. In a shop floor, a field operator who has to check, let's say, an analytical instrument, which is measuring the carbon CO2 emissions. You need to keep calibrating it, because if you don't keep the calibration right, if you don't keep the availability of the analyzer, there could be emission breaches, and even the plant needs to be shut down. Today, with this Genixcopilot for the field operator today, he is able, the instrumentation engineer or the field operator can scan the QR code of the device which is there, which is one of our ABB's instrumentation, and it connects to the Genixcopilot in the behind on the Azure cloud, uses the OpenAI service. It actually gives all the information, including the diagnostic information of the specific instrument, real time. And the field engineer is able to prompt questions and able to get the actual value, including the standard operating procedures for calibration and verification. It's all done self-service. Before this, it has to be a lot of information, it has to refer many manuals. You can imagine now that the time taken for doing a calibration is reduced by 60%. That's at the field operator level. If I just take one level above to the plant supervisors,
Right.
maintenance engineer, right? Today with the Genix APM Copilot using generative AI, the maintenance engineer doesn't need to even open an application. He or she calls the Copilot asking, tell me what is the top 10 bad actors or the bad equipments which are likely to fail. The AI, the analytical AI, has already predicted the failures, but the generative AI Copilot is now giving the top 10 actors in a natural language that is going to ask. It's going to give also not only that, the root cause of what is the failure, what's the possible actions that has to be taken, and even the work orders that has been auto-generated in SAP, the life of a maintenance engineer has completely changed. And we see that the cost of maintenance and operations have significantly reduced by even 30%, or even the efficiency of the maintenance engineer and the lifestyle of the maintenance engineer has drastically changed. Because today, is able to prompt the question on his or her natural language,
Right.
not like learning a machine language or not going to the complex systems and applications, right?
Right.
That's a drastic change.
And so you're moving from, you're moving from these alerts that happen and you basically have, after the fact understanding to a situation in which you're actually able to anticipate things that are happening based on that interaction with the Copilot.
Absolutely, because I gave an example. We have been giving quite a lot of success stories that even in the Ignite we shared. For instance, a sustainability engineer could ask, what is the emission levels across the different processes in a plant, and also can find out what's immediately the recommendation in this case, that it can tell that, oh, you need to change the set point that will not only improve your productivity, still ensuring your energy consumption and emissions the same level. So you're able to bring the combined objectives of how do you improve your productivity, efficiency, and reliability of the machines. At the same time, still ensuring the sustainability targets. It's a big deal.
So, recently I interviewed Teresa Tung, who is a global head of data capability at Accenture, and we talked about how how your proprietary data is your competitive advantage. And one of the things that she said is that your proprietary data is also the source of your organization's collective intelligence. And I think one of the challenges that executives have very often is, that sense of uncertainty as to whether they actually know what's going on and have that instrumentation available to them, and the number of signals and parameters and things that are happening at a given time. So, from the shop floor to the line managers, what's now happening on the top floor? What's happening in the C-suite, and how's that changed?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, if I go, before just going to the C-suite, if I touch upon what happens to the people in the ABB side who are serving the customers, who are serving on services, because for us, ABB services is critical. We bring the value to customers along with our own solutions, the services as well. So here we get the data from our customers, in this case an example, emission data, industrial emission data in Genix Data Analyzer. The services engineer from our side who are now sitting in a digital operations center using the Copilot, able to predict the emissions, the anomalies, and give the information very quick to the customers. It's making it very fast. Now, if you take the same thing for the executives, today we are able to see many value creation with this AI, especially GenAI. If I take the top three, first one is the developer productivity.
Right.
The whole mindset of our organization of using the GitHub Copilot and the Copilot capability of GenAI is bringing a significant value on the quality as well as productivity of the developers. The second thing is the customer experience. That's completely changing the way that we bring the services to our customers. And the third is the employee productivity across the functional roles. As a C-level executive, I look at the employee productivity as well as well-being.
Right.
So we see a traction of both innovation as well as the value that we start seeing it. And in fact, in ABB, we started an AI council across the group to strategically looking at how do we implement the AI across a core, common, and distinct framework so that we bring the value along with the excitement it is. It's just not staying with the excitement.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think, you see both of these pieces, the productivity, the kind of rationalization of processes, and then the visibility that leads to, and of course, probably the savings, time and money savings, and the employee experience, all of which accrue to the ability to do far more innovation in the future. So let's talk about some numbers. I mean, how has this affected your business at ABB?
Yeah, we started seeing a good amount of very promising numbers, both to our customers in the values of our solutions, because we bring value through our digital solutions across the 6 value pillars.
Yeah.
On asset performance management, sustainability, operational excellence, process performance, cybersecurity, and external automation. As an example, with this Copilot, we are able to reduce our service calls by 80%.
Wow.
It's helping the AI solutions, embedding the Gen AI on our digital solutions, or increasing the asset reliability by 20%. It's helping the maintenance and operations cost reduction by 35%. We see the developer productivity with AI at scale is almost like 40% in cases.
Wow.
And we see also that the sustainability angle of how do you enable predicting the industrial emission and reducing that by 15%. We see a significant value for our customers, but also across our value chain of ABB.
That's amazing. So let's just wrap up with some advice, right? There are many leaders here at Ignite, many aspiring leaders. What's your advice to them?
I think the moment is now. We know that AI may not replace humans, but the people using AI and organizations using AI will be replacing the ones who are not using it. So we need to start using AI responsibly, but use the methodology that not the excitement, see the business value or why. We talked about Copilot analytics in the show. So use a core common, make it core, have a strategic partner with your technology partner the way that we have Microsoft as for some of the areas, and have the common use cases, not repeat it multiple times, and bring the value with a measured ROI. That's what I would say. And the excitement is the value across developers, across the functional executives, as well as the top CXOs.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. It's
Thanks
been
a
such
lot.
a pleasure.
Very nice to meet you as well again.
You
Yes.
too. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.